How's it going, guys? My name's Kaiser, and today we're going to be doing a $488 Ryzen gaming PC. So stay tuned. I know you're somewhere. I'm trapped in your mind. So starting off this build for the CPU, I decided to go with the AMD Ryzen 3 1200. It's an AM4 socket, has a base op frequency of 3.1 GHz and a max turbo of up to 3.4. It's got 4 cores and its TDP is 65 watt. For $99 right now, it does come with the Wraith Stealth Cooler, I believe is what it's called. Anyways, it's a super good deal. Make sure to go ahead and pick that up, especially if you're trying to do a budget Ryzen build. The Ryzen 3 1200 is going to be your best friend. Moving on into our next component, we have the motherboard, and for that I decided to go with, I actually have it written on my screen here. It's a pretty long name. It's the Gigabyte GAAB350 Gaming 3 ATX AM4 motherboard. Its supported memory type is DDR4 2133 all the way up to 3200 MHz. The maximum amount of memory that's supported on this motherboard is 64 GB. It does feature Crossfire support, but however there is no SLI support. For the price of $84.99, it definitely hits everything that I'm gonna need to do with it, and has a little bit of an upgrade path, so if you do want to upgrade your Ryzen build later on in the future, you can definitely do that with something like that. Moving on into the next component now, we have the memory, and I decided to go with one 8GB stick of Crucial Ballistics LT Sport. And the only reason I decided to go with one 8GB stick instead of two 4GB sticks, it's mostly because of the pricing of the RAM right now. But anyways, let's get into some specifics about it. It is DDR4 RAM clocked in at 2400 MHz. It does have heat spreaders, and it is a little bit on the pricey side at the moment. It's hovering around $93. So if you guys do want to check that out, be my guest. It definitely helps if you guys click on any of my Amazon affiliate links for these products in the description below if you guys want to support this channel. However, at $92.45, you can't really beat it. If you guys do find some memory options in that price point or below, and it's a trusted brand, by all means go with that. That would be awesome. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on into the storage now. So for this, I decided to go with the SanDisk SSD Plus. It's a 240 GB, 2.5-inch solid state drive, and the price is $74.99. So not half bad for a 240 GB solid state drive by SanDisk. Now, I suppose you could go with something like a hard disk drive if you want that extra memory. However, you can always pick one of those up later on. For right now, I feel like the SanDisk SSD is going to give me a little bit better performance. Moving on into the next component we have here, and that's the video card. So for this, I decided to go with a tried and true. I went with the MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti 4GB Gaming X video card. It's just so cheap, especially for the performance that you get out of it, and I definitely recommend it. Make sure to go check that out in the link description or the PC part picker link if you guys want to see the whole list for the build. It's a GDDR5 memory type. The core clock is 1.29 GHz with a boost clock of up to 1.49 GHz. It's about 9 inches long and has one DisplayPort, one HDMI, and unfortunately for you guys, I don't have any pricing data, I'm sorry. Normally something like this would be around $140-ish from my experience, all the way up to $180 I've seen them going for, but it definitely hovers around the 150 mark. For the case, I decided to go with the NZXT S340 Black, and the only reason I decided to go with that is because I want a more minimalistic look in my setup, and I know white and black contrast really well together, but it seems like I'm gonna have a lot of red in this build as well. which is not something I was intentionally going for, but now looking at the pictures for it, I do have quite a bit of red in here. Anyways, getting back to the case specifications, it's in a typical ATX mid-tower case. It has two 2.5-inch drive bays and three 3.5-inch drive bays. Wow. That was confusing. The maximum video card length is around 14 inches, so we're perfectly fine with the video card we decided to go with, and for $85, it's a solid case that's gonna last you quite a while. And finally, moving on into what's gonna power this whole entire build, I decided to go with the Corsair CXM 550 watt 80 plus bronze certified semi-modular power supply. It's semi-modular, and it's $49.99, so you really can't beat that price for a 550 watt 80 plus bronze certified semi-modular power supply. And it's Corsair, so that's always a bonus. So that brings our total up to $488.39. If you guys did enjoy this build, make sure to hit that like button. Also make sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as the little bell notification if you guys want to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyways guys, I hope you have an awesome day.